Oh, hey, Brian, Lynn, you out the bushes today, huh? Thank you for dropping in. Did you hit that thumbs up for me? Hey, Phil Mom, how y'all doing? How y'all doing on this Wednesday? Hey, Jermaine, how y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? Y'all doing all right? How was Father's Day? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I hope y'all enjoyed your Father's Day. I hope y'all treated them nice on Father's Day, like y'all do Mother's Day. We didn't do the round table yesterday, but that's okay. We'll be back on next week. Y'all doing okay? Y'all doing okay? Jermaine, you gonna have to come up and be on the panel with us, yeah, and give us some of your glorious educational insight. You won't have to come up there and speak. I know you got some knowledge down there that you just, you could share with the people. You could share, share with us. So we would love to hear. Just come on, Jermaine. Hmm. Now, if you ain't subscribed to Purple Paisley, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. And I thank all my replay watchers. Thank you, replay watchers. Thank you. Thank you for rewatching, catching my replay. Thank you, my replay watchers. I gotta thank them. And my bush watchers. I gotta thank them bush watchers. My cloud folk. Gotta thank them. Thank y'all. Cause Brian is one of them. Brian, he liked to, you know, hang out in my bushes. But I'm glad he decided to drop down in the comments. I'm glad to see you, Brian. Because Brian is the one who named me Team Purple. Thank you, Brian. That's my baby. They getting people in the world are getting mad. These white people in black skin. Yeah, but Jermaine, I, you know, um, I think the ones that are getting mad, I think those the ones who don't know the history. Because when you look at history, matter of fact, let's talk about the Freedom Riders. Let's talk about them and what people don't. If you don't know the history, you lost. And when you talk about the Freedom Riders were Caucasian people with black people who fought for our rights. So I think of it as, oh, okay, as soon as you get a new one, you're gonna come up. Good. Yeah, because I think you should come up on the on the round table and speak your mind. Because that's what it's all about. But I think these newcomers, and then I think a lot of times our history is so raw and real that the white people in this day and time really don't want to hear that because it's so raw and real, and they don't want to face what their forefathers has done to this country. Um, when you look at the Bushes and what comes behind um, the Bush family, such as their grandchildren, when you look at them and what the Bushes done to this country, them young folks really don't want to. Now all of them has passed. Hey, Miss Dottie, they, they and welcome in, Miss Dottie. Them young people really not held responsible for what they their grandparents done to the country, but they are being marked, and they hear the hatred that people have for the Bush family. Now, I think that certain people, and it's a lot of them. It's a lot of people do not want to hear that, but it's the truth. It's it's the truth. The history is true, and you have to be willing to hear the truth, and you have to be willing to digest the truth. And if you can't digest that truth, then you're not being real with yourself. That you can't make a change because you're not being real. You're in denial. You were saying that really didn't happen, or they did not mean that. No, this is what happened. This is the way they treated colored people, people of color. This is the way they treated my ancestors. This is what happened. So when you come to grips with that, and the freedom riders came to grip with that, and they put their life on the line for for me and you. Yes, it was some white folks on that bus going to fight with the congressman that just passed, with Martin Luther King. Yeah, they don't want to hear the truth. You know why? Because because of what their forefathers did. The horrificness to it. And a lot of times people don't want to hear it. Look at Alex Haley, Roots, put hit it dead on the head. On the head. You know, he hit the nail directly on the head. When he did that movie, it opened eyes to many things. And so I think that a lot of times, um, when you see that, Jermaine, is they don't want to hear it, and you can't have a conversation. You can't if you're in denial. They don't. They don't. So you know, um, I just think that you you got to get past it, and the only way you could get past it is you got to have dialogue. You got to open that conversation. And I speak to my good friend, um, Silverback, all the time. Me and him have these conversations all the time, and you got to be willing to sit there and have the conversation. You can't be you can't be intimidated by anyone. We all suffer with the same issues. You have white men that are single fathers. You have black men that are single fathers. You have white men going to jail as well. You have white men that are suffering with mental illness. I think yes, it's a difference when um when we go to jail compared to them. Um yes, it's an imbalance in the system. Yes, I don't disagree with that. But hey, Black Mustang. But even on YouTube, I think YouTube is a large enough platform where those changes can be made, but people have to be willing to sit here and do it. It's so hard for me to hear Black men or women say they don't experience racism. So it's not real. That game is so, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of hard for me to believe because racism do exist here on YouTube. YouTube itself is has some racism. We could tell that in how they um if you talking a certain um subject on YouTube, and Portal is one of them. Portal talks about politics as he changed his channel to politics as usual. And a couple of days last week, I didn't see him go live, so I emailed him and asked him, was everything okay? Because normally Porter is live every day. And most of the time, he's bringing us information about what's going on in the world. And so a couple of days he wasn't live, and he had been talking about UFO, how we're going to be, um, he was talking about shortage in water, in the water system, and how um, in a little while we're going to be short on bottled water. And just as I was watching him, I was watching the news earlier that day, and here in San Diego, California, that came up on the news, and they were talking about bottled water being is going to be a shortage on bottled water. So everything he's been saying is on point, and he's been on point with it and reading about it. So his channel, even on YouTube, if you're talking about a different things, YouTube kind of strike your channel, and they might put you down for 10, 15, maybe sometimes 21 days. It just depends on what you're speaking of. Now you got people on here that get up here and cuss each other out. Uh-huh. They sit up here, they cuss each other out. They go as far as doxing people. They go as far as people losing their jobs. They go as far as digging into their background. And those people's channels are still here. So, yes, YouTube itself is sometimes prejudice. Hey, Rosa, believe it or not, go to talking about some things that YouTube do not like and see if your channel don't get suspended. Go to talking about something they don't feel like you should be talking about, but Johnny Bill could be talking about it. And his channel will stay up. So yes, Jermaine, facts. Okay. You are right about that. That does happen on YouTube. YouTube is prejudice in its own self. Hey, Auntie Donna. So, you know, it's strange how they do things. And Porter gets struck. I think he was struck for like 10 days because I emailed him and asked him where he had been. He normally go live pretty regularly, and I'm always over there. So I asked him what was. Thank you, Auntie Donna, for sharing me out. I was asking him what was going on with your channel. And the last show we did, Porter was supposed to be a part of the show. So I think when I went over there, he was live and he was talking about something he was talking about. And I was over there and he said that his channel had been suspended. Hey, Honeycomb. So, it's strange how things happen. But, you know, you just have to be mindful of what you're putting out on your channel. You do. They crazy around here. They silly. Hey, Silverback. How you doing, Silverback? They crazy, you know. And I don't know what to say about them. You know, um, people do some weird stuff, and YouTube is one of them. So, Jermaine, um, the door have to be open to be willing to talk about it. If they ain't willing to talk about it, then they don't want to dig into it, and nothing I ever change. You know, And like I say, me and Silverback, we talk about it all the time. Yeah, truth is treated like a crime. It is. And people believe a lie before they believe the truth. People believe a lie before they believe the truth. Believe the truth. So will. And they'll repeat that lie over and over and over and over and over and over again. Like it's candy, like it's something good to be told. And the lie ain't nothing for nobody to tell. Spread like a wildfire. Well, niece, you don't go live. You don't go live. No, a whole lot. So, child, I don't know what to tell you about that. But you know, uh, that's crazy, child. Silverback, you enjoy your Father's Day? Over and over again to escape the truth. Joe Will, Jermaine. Hey, Isaiah. How you doing, Isaiah? You doing all right? Well, that's the only way you gonna get them watch hours. You keep uploading. Brian Lynn was in here. Oh, there, Brian Lynn. He finally dropped down out them clouds. You know, Brian Lynn is Brian Lynn, my porch watcher. I need to turn it blue so he can be my sniper. Since he likes sitting up there in the clouds, you know, he don't drop down that often. But since I know he just sit in the clouds, I need to turn it blue. So whenever my trolls come in, he could just snipe them from the clouds, child. Cause he don't never drop down, but every now and then, I'm shocked to see him today, child. But he don't normally drop down. He be up in the clouds most of the time. He told me when I was in his live, he said, "I'll be there. I'll be in purple live. I'll be in the bushes." That's what he told me. Yeah, I need to turn it blue so he can be my sniper. He could just sit back. Then that way Rosa won't have to work so hard. But a lot of times our moms don't be in here. Most of the time she be in here by herself. And then she go out to the restroom, cook her dinner, get her a snack, talk on the phone. She do all kinds of stuff in my life, child. So yeah, Jermaine. I believe you. That's why I believe in taking physical action and talking is over for me. Not physical action, Jermaine. Jermaine, now I know you an intelligent young man. Jermaine, now you come over here all the time and talk. Jermaine, real intelligent. Jermaine, now look here. Uh, look here. Uh, ring lamp. What's going on with you? God. You're a very intelligent man. Now you able to get up here and talk things through. Talk about it's over for you. Yeah, Brian out of retirement. I guess he got tired of them ants eating him up. In the bushes, you got tired of them ants eating you up in the bushes, Brian. You decided to come on out of my bushes, huh? Well, I'm glad to have you in the chat, Brian. Then I'm glad you're in the chat, boo. So normally he be in the bush. He be in the bushes. He told me, say, I be there. I be at all purple line. I'm team purple. I just be in the bushes. I was like, Lord. And the last time I was live, I meant to speak to Brian. Speak to Brian. Speak to my buddy. Because I forget he'd be up there. I forget he'd be up there in the bushes. Well, I'm glad y'all, all the fathers said a good Father's Day. A good Father's Day. Oh, Brian Lynn is a trip. A trip. Fugle Mom doing a hula hoop. She was in here earlier. I didn't want to get up here and be up here long. Lord, I ain't been talking number 31 minutes. I don't know where 12 at. 12 probably walking around because y'all know they didn't open up New York. And 12 been well before they open up New York, 12 be walking around anyhow. So 12 been walking around New York like it's been going out of sight. And she be out early in the morning. I don't know what that be. What 12 have going on? She be out early in the morning. All right, have a good night, Black Knight. Yes, they open up New York, child. Them people was partying, child. I seen on TMZ, a boy was flying in Times Square. Child, he was flying on a drone. He a YouTuber. Child, he was flying through Times Square on a drone. Child, on a drone. I say, Lord have mercy. They that excited about New York City being opened up, but child, I guess so. Them people got to make their money, and then it's gonna be the 4th of July in about a week. So why your vacation was horrible? Chicago is nice in the summer. Y'all didn't go down to the pier. I didn't been there in the summer and the winter. Ah, cause Chicago ain't nothing but about 8 hours from Memphis. And when we were visiting Memphis, my husband would drive to Chicago to visit. He had one auntie, and one uncle, and they had how many children Auntie Juanita had? Auntie Juanita had about 14 children, and child, we would go visit them. Matter of fact, she was the first auntie that passed, Auntie Juanita. And we would go visit them. I would love to go visit them because we would always have fun. But I didn't been there in the winter and the summer. And boy, do they have some snow. But I like going. And when it's hot there, it's hot. hmm I didn't been down. I didn't been there. I like they Chicago style hot dogs. I like their pizza. I like their corned beef. You could play the lotto all night. Um y'all went to Navy Pier? Yeah. You play a lotto all night. Um it's fun now. Some of everything to see. Shoot. Now the only thing I ain't never been on was the oh I seen Cabrini Green where the good times. I seen them when I was there. Um, the projects. Oh, child, I seen that. I, I seen that. I seen. Hmm I seen the projects when I was there. Hmm Sure did. Hmm And big old houses have basements in them. Houses so big and them basements so huge. Child, you put an apartment. Yeah, the traffic is bad. Like I said, it ain't nothing but about 8 hours, 8 hours from Memphis. I like Memphis too. I love me some Memphis. I do. I miss my family in Memphis. I do. I miss my brother-in-law, my cousin them. Because when you get there, child, we have fun. And I go from house to house. Like they want you at their house. Like if they know you coming, they give you some of the best hospitality. I miss them. I miss them. But yeah, I like Tops Barbecue, um, the Rendezvous. BB King got a club on Beale Street. Now I went to that when they first opened. BB Club on Beale Street. That's when my husband was living. Um, yep. And then they have Memphis in May. They just had that. Um, I love Memphis. Yes, I do. I didn't been by Al Green Church down there by Elvis Presley house. All that's in the same area. It is. I didn't get a chance to give me no Harris chicken when I was there, but they got one in up here in California. But you can, child, I can't get it here either. So it'd be crowded. But yeah, it's fun. But mm, it's fun going to Memphis. Yeah, they Chicago hot dogs is the bomb, the bizarre. They had them. It's a polar sausage on a on like a French roll, and have tomatoes, pepper, and they sprinkle some kind of like a celery salt on there, some white onion, like some green relish. Girl, make you hurt yourself to death, child. They Chicago hot dogs is the bomb. I love me some Chicago hot dogs. I like that pizza. Now I don't eat sauerkraut. Mm, no, I don't do that. No sauerkraut. Now I do eat coleslaw, but I don't eat no sauerkraut. Mm-mm. 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 Well, sauerkraut, mm, you do none of that. Sauerkraut. That's nasty. Oh, Fred Hammond, he was well. And Cincinnati, bless, bless. That's Fred Hammond. What you laughing at, Jermaine? Yeah, you know I know my gospel song. Oh, Fred had he had COVID-19 too. Bless, bless, bless. He had a bout of that COVID-19 too. Talking about he put his guard down. Yeah, you put your guard down a little bit too soon, sir. John P. Key's supposed to be up here uh this weekend or sometime in July. Up there in California though, in LA. I don't think I'm going to see him. I don't think I'm going. Y'all know I don't miss no John P. Keith concert because that's my dude. Show up, but I don't think I'm going. I gotta look at the flyer again on Instagram. On Instagram, but I don't think I'm going. Yes, huh? Ain't that spoiled spit? Ain't that ain't sauerkraut spoiled cabbage? Like who eat that? Like that ain't no Texas thing. And I tasted the one. It's so strong. You know, I don't eat it. That's just something I ain't. Give me some coleslaw, salad, greens, some green. Well, actually, y'all, I went to the doctor. You eat sauerkraut? Sauerkraut is the bomb. Yeah, what you eat that on? How about, girl, please. You been out in China. Let me tell y'all. I've been and you know I've been on this health kick and well not really a health kick but y'all know I still drink my well let me see what Rubia ain't nothing but 230 calories. Yeah, I know I didn't cut my coat. And I have one of these a day. So when I finish this, I won't most likely I won't get no more, get another one. I've been drinking on this all day. So I went to the doctor yesterday, and since February, I've lost 15 pounds. Yep, 15, 15 pounds. Yep, I've lost 15 pounds. I've really been eating salads, like a lot of salads. I've been, I've been, I well, I kind of incorporated water into my diet, but you can't eat a lot of salads because salads make you crave for carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, breads, and I'm a bread eater. I love me some bread. And y'all, I can make some bread. Like I can make some bread. I used when my children was little, I used to make uh tea cakes. Any of y'all know what tea cakes is? Tea cakes is a old fashioned cookie, and it's butter, flour, sugar, and that's just about it. And a little baking powder, I think. And you roll it out and cut it, and it about that thick. All of them, and you just put them in the oven. Tea cakes. Mhm. It's a Louisiana thing. And you either can drink them with tea or milk, coffee. They have a little cinnamon, a little nutmeg, and a little vanilla in them too. But real basic, real just basic recipe. I used to make them. I used to make fresh bread by hand. Yeast with your yeast. You pour your yeast and your sugar in a bowl, and with a little warm water, and put the yeast and the sugar together, and you let it sit there, and activate. The sugar help the yeast activate. In your dry ingredients, you use salt, baking powder, little sugar. Sit that aside. Wait until your yeast rise. You need some oil as well, vegetable oil, and let it rise. Activate. Then you mix it all together, and you can what's left over from your bread. You could make cinnamon rolls from that, and I would make my children cinnamon rolls. Just mix some sugar and cinnamon and butter, and you roll it out with a rolling pin. Yeah, I'm gonna kill my. I think my my it didn't got too hot. My my ring lamp. But that's how you make cinnamon rolls. And you to make your icing, you take white powdered sugar, some butter, and milk, and whip it together. And then for your cinnamon rolls, you take some sugar, brown sugar. I mean white sugar, and then you take some cinnamon and you mix it together, and you lay your bread out, your dough out after you didn't, rolled it out, and you take the butter and you paste the melted butter. Then you take the cinnamon and the sugar mixture and spread it over the rolled out bread. And then you begin to roll the bread together. And then once you got this big old loaf, you cut it. Once you cut it, rolled it together and cut it, you put it up in a pan. You butter the top of the rolls, and then you set it aside and let it rise again. Y'all didn't know Purple knew how to cook like that, huh? I used to make peanut butter cookies. Remember the peanut butter cookies you used to have at the school that you could eat that was so good? And the chocolate chip cookies. Remember the chocolate chip cookies that you got at the school? Child, I can make chocolate. You cream your butter and your sugar together. You cream your butter and your sugar together. That's your base. Then once that cream together, you crack your eggs and cream your eggs together. You once you cream your egg, your butter, your sugar, your butter, and your eggs together, you put that aside. Then you go and get your flour. Yeah, I used to literally make homemade cinnamon rolls, homemade cookies, any homemade cookie. I can make a, they have a biscuit that it's a yeast biscuit and a sharp biscuit. The sharp biscuit is 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 made out of shortening the lard out of the can. And what makes it rise is the baking powder. You don't put yeast in it, but you do have a yeast biscuit and you have a sharp biscuit. And you use yeast for one biscuit and you use um, um, Lloyd for, now the Lloyd biscuit is very good. It's light, fluffy, you know. Oh, it's really good. And I would, during the summertime and during the holidays, I did a lot of baking. I would make fudge. I would get the fudge in a jar, the creamy fudge in a jar. I would buy the chocolate chip, and I would get the carnation milk and the fudge, the not the fudge, the Jiffy Puff in the jar, the the powder puff, not the marshmallow puff, the one in the jar, the liquid puff. I would pour that out into the melted chocolate, and that's how I would make my make brown fudge. And my children, I would literally cook. I don't do that no more. I don't do all that cooking. I can 7 up cake. And like my nieces, them, they always ask me, Aina, can you make us a set? Or they always call me and I would have to, they would, like my niece, Snooty Cash, she would FaceTime me and say, Amy, show me how to make a 7 up cake. Because they love the 7, 8 pound. It's like a 7 up pound cake. And you literally use 7 up in the cake and lemon juice. So I would make that during the holidays. That's why my boy's so big. But I had to stop. After their dad died, then I just kind of stopped because I still would cook like that, but they stopped me from cooking like that because it was only us three. So after their dad passed, they just kind of just saying, "Mom, you don't have to cook like that," because it's only us here. So it took a long time for me to stop cooking like that. But uh, oh, you were driving Silverback, but yeah, um, I used to cook, like literally cook like that. You know, cook. I make broccoli and cheese casseroles, spaghetti. You know, we would have barbecue ribs. I just all kinds of stuff. You know, um, I would make it's a cake called Italian cream um, cake that I would make. all the time with Philadelphia cream cheese and pecans and coconut. I miss those days because I don't get a chance to cook like that anymore. I haven't forgot how to cook like that. Like I haven't forgot how to cook like that. Like I literally, hi creative. Um, how you doing? Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. But I literally can make oatmeal cookies. Now my oldest son like those sneakerdoodle cookies. I looked at the recipe. They it's and those are pretty easy to make. They remind me of the peanut butter cookies. I'm gonna try my hand at making those the next time I go visit him. I'm doing fine, sweetheart. How are you? The next time I go home to visit, I'm gonna try my hand at making those sneakerdoodle cookies. Cause sneakerdoodle cookies, he liked those cookies. But I'm gonna try my hand at making those cookies. But he always telling my daughter-in-law how how much I used to cook. Um and how I used to do a lot of baking, like making homemade cookies and cakes and different things like that. I never cared for pineapple upside down cake. I would make them, but I never cared for pineapple upside down cake. Well, you did the watermelon challenge, the watermelon and mustard challenge. Well, see, that's just it. I don't buy whole watermelons. I buy the watermelons that's cut up in the little containers, and I buy the pineapples. I buy the cantaloupe um that's cut up. I also buy salad. Like I buy this salad that's already cut up. It's really, really good. It's the Fiesta. Wait a minute, let me go get it, child. Let me go get it. Hold on a minute. I'm back. See, it's Santa Fe. Santa Fe salad. And this salad has corn, chicken, and some cheese in it. Let me show y'all again. Hey, Big T. It's really good. It's really good, y'all. I've been eating them. This is my pineapple. See, this is my pineapple. My pineapple. It looked like cantaloupe on this picture, but it's pineapple. And y'all, it is really sweet. Ooh, this pineapple sweet and good. Let me grab me a piece. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Lord have mercy. That's my watermelon. That's my watermelon I've been eating. Been eating my watermelon. And I bought me a little bowl of cherries. These good too. Mm-mm. Ooh, I've been lost 15 pounds since February. Mm, never buy them cut up because it check jam. Jermaine, why you tell me that? Jermaine. Oh, Lord. Oh, Jermaine. Oh, Lord. Well, child, I've been eating the mess out of them. You hear me? I pray that they have gloves on, Jermaine. Maybe I need to ask the manager. Is they got gloves on back there? Oh, Lord. Because that pineapple is sweet. Now, one thing I realized about that watermelon, um, a lot of it be the rind part. And I said to myself, I won't be buying that ever again because either they're getting rid of overripe um, watermelon that's going bad, and is more the rind than watermelon. So I had a smaller one today, and it had more watermelon than rind in it, and I enjoyed it more than not than this one here. But the pineapple, I never fail with the pineapple because the pineapples are very, very, very sweet. You are you are right, baby. But that's what the doctor told me yesterday. that since February I lost 15 pounds. 15 pounds. That's because I ain't doing that junk snacking. And I done laid off them. I love me some Lay's potato chips. Just the Lay's potato chips. And you know you ain't got no business eating them either. At least I don't. Because Lay's potato chips is high in sodium. And I don't need my pressure shooting through the roof. So I laid off for them, child. I don't even need them. I got a whole bag of them up there. They probably stale. Because they've been up there, I know, over a month now. But I ain't got no taste for them, and I ain't gonna eat them because I don't want my blood pressure problem. You know, my immune system ain't strong. That's just it. You know, with lupus, you know, you don't have an immune system. Yeah, I go in that store and ask them folks, how is they went back there wearing gloves when they cutting these fruits up? I'm asking because I need to know. It's for health purposes. You know, I asked the man will just be up there standing around, you know. It ain't gonna hurt little common courtesy, you know, Jerome. Shoot. Especially if you're paying your money for it. And I'm paying my money for it. You want nothing around here making me sick. So, but that's good because you know, I'm not I wasn't a fruit eater. You know, and I love bananas, but they don't like me. So um, I had to think of other ways to eat fruit. And now, you know, I could get watermelon already cut up and pineapples. Um, Now they cantaloupes are not that sweet. So I like cantaloupe. So um, I tried the cantaloupe twice, but they weren't too hot. So uh yeah, I love bananas too, but bananas don't like me. They upset my stomach. So um so I stay away from bananas, you know. Um so when I seen the pineapples and the water, I started getting them, eating on them, you know, making them snacks instead of snacking on junk food, you know, and different things like that. I started eating, you know, that, eating my fruits. So, um, and I've been doing good. I've been hanging in there and, you know, trying to do the right thing, you know, trying to get some of this weight off of me. But I ain't never been a skinny person. I ain't never been no stick. I always been a healthy person, you know, what they call big boned. Yeah, I always been thickum. I always had a shape, so I can't help it. Uh, it's just what it is. And I ain't gonna never be no small person in stature. Short maybe, but I ain't gonna never be no little bitty stick. Uh-uh. No, sorry. Hey TNT, hey 205. How you doing, baby? I ain't gonna never be no stick. Sorry. Ain't gonna never be stick. Yeah, Auntie Don. I ain't. I'm just sorry. Hi, host. I'm Mona. Black Knight Mustang sent me in. Oh, thank you for coming over. Yeah, I ain't gonna never be no little bitty person in Tijuana. Never. I ain't gonna never be no little. I ain't never been little. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming in, baby. And thank Black Knight for me. You a stick man? Jermaine. No, you ain't Jermaine. Lord, I well, Jermaine, I love to see your little stick man. Oh, Lord. Jermaine. Your curve's healthy. I've been healthy all my lifetime. Oh, Lord. Jermaine say, wait a minute. Wait a minute, let me go back up here. Let's see what Jermaine say. Jermaine the miss child. Jermaine say, keep them cup watermelon cold. If cold watermelon pieces sit out at room temperature for a long time, then 2 hours from throw them out. But if they're handled correctly, they can make you very sick. Oh, okay. Yeah, they've been in the refrigerator, Jermaine. Jermaine G. I can email you a picture. Lord have mercy, Jermaine. Jermaine, go over there on Instagram. I'm on Instagram, boo. I'm on Instagram, boo. Go over there on Instagram and DM me a picture. Yes, Lord. I've been thickums all my life, child. I can't help it, honey. You been healthy too? Yeah, baby. I just can't help it, honey. And I don't care how much. I don't care how much weight I lose. These big legs ain't going nowhere. Mm-mm. My big legs ain't going nowhere. Nowhere, child. Yes, Lord. I can't help it. I don't care how much weight I lose. I'ma still be curvy. Curvy, curvy, licious. Curvy, curvy, licious. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm back on. Yeah, Kirby, Kirby, licious. Yeah, I'm Kirby, licious. Can't help it. Can't help it, can't help it, can't help it. Well, y'all, I done made it to my hour. It was nice talking to you guys. I don't know what we got going on. Your favorite food? Breakfast? Every day. Oh, you like breakfast food? Well, child, breakfast food is good for any day of the week, child. Any day. Any day of the week. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, y'all, please do so. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm Purple Paisley, as if y'all don't know that already. Yeah, breakfast food is delicious. It sure is. But I like my bagels too. I love me a bagel in the morning with me some coffee. But I done kind of laid off that too, that caffeine. I haven't had a cup of coffee in about 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks. I haven't had a cup of coffee. I used to drink it every day, but I haven't had it in a while. And that's unlike me because I used to drink coffee every day. I used to have coffee every morning, but um now I don't. And um when when you get used to drinking something and then after a while you don't acquire a taste for it anymore, you don't miss it. You literally don't miss it. And I don't know what happened with me and Coke because I love me a Coke soda. Y'all know I love me a Coke soda. I tell y'all that all the time. You did? You sent the picture. That was you. Just hit me up on Instagram. I just seen it came through my phone. You ain't the main deal on Instagram. You somebody else on Instagram. On Instagram. That's okay. But I got it. I got it. Thank you, Jermaine G. But um when you stop, crave, having that crave for um coffee, sugars, bread, because I was a bread eater too, because I could bake fresh bread and fresh. Oh my God, fresh bread is is good bread. When you can eat it fresh, it really is good. But when you don't have it and you haven't had it, you stop craving for it, and so is no longer part of your your um your diet. And so what I've realized that is no longer part of my food category. Like I don't crave for bread, you know. And a lot of times I don't necessarily have to have meat. Like I can eat me a vegetable over meat, you know, so I can feel myself changing. You understand? And it's all about moderation, and it's all about doing what's best for you. Um, I know a lot of people that was doing keto. Keto is not for everybody. It's just not. It don't work for everybody. You gotta figure out what's your niche, what works for you, and get in tune with your body. Yeah, that's good, but it's not healthy. So a lot of times, you know, and if you crave for some, eat it. Don't deprive yourself, but don't overindulge. I think what gets us in trouble is that we overindulge in a lot of things that's not good for us. So we get in trouble with it. If you can do it in moderations, you good. So what I've learned is that you don't eat just to be eating. You eat to satisfy the hunger. You know, once you satisfy the hunger, that's it. Don't keep eating till you so full that you can't move. That's ridiculous. Then you didn't overate and you miserable. That's not the key to eating. The key to eating is to eat till you are no longer hungry. Not that you stuff like a pig. And I don't think people understand that. And I just eat now, and half time I don't eat because I'm not hungry. I'll go in there and get me some fruit to eat. You know, if I feel like that I need something to eat, but I don't need anything heavy to eat. That's why I always keep me that salad, you see. And it's been working for me. So I've been doing good, child, and I'm gonna stay on this track. Yeah, it is, Jermaine. I'm trying to lay off a lot of ground meat because ground meat is not good. I don't know where people got that philosophy from. A whole lot of ground meat is high in protein, and that's why we got a lot of. I know for me, if I eat a lot of food that's high in protein, that'll raise my inflammation in my body. Beef will. If I eat a lot of chicken, it will. Anything, chicken has a lot of protein, beef has a lot of protein, fish has a lot of protein. All that has a lot of protein in it. So if you consuming these meats that is high in protein on a daily basis, most likely you're going to have an influx of inflammation in your body, which can cause you to have gout. It could cause you to have your joints to be inflamed, arthritis. And I already suffer with that. I don't want my joints inflamed. No, I don't want to be hurting. So the best thing for me to do is not eat a lot of beef, a lot of chicken, a lot of fish. You have to alternate those those meats or lay off of them. Try some vegetarian meats. And if you don't want to do that, then alternate your meats, your meat intake. But I'm telling you, you be careful. I hear ingesting all that protein into your body. And it's definitely high um getting that meat to come out of your body. You almost need to detox. And eating those fruits every day to run that out of your body. Well, what vegetables do you like? Because I love me a mess of greens, but they say greens ain't good for us. They say greens are not good for us. And I've been eating greens all my life, but I ain't stopping eating my greens now. I still eat my greens in moderation. Matter of fact, I mix my greens with a little kale in them now. Me too, Jermaine. I love all my fruits and vegetables. And a lot of my vegetables are frozen. I don't buy canned vegetables. Now I do have them for backup, but and that's just what they are, backup, in case the light go out or something like that. But um I buy frozen. And it's really up to you of what vegetables you like. And I love me a green bean. I love me some spinach. And I surely love corn and mixed vegetables. I love me some mixed vegetables. I do. And I in this last batch of greens that I'm getting ready to hook up, I'm gonna mix me some kale with my greens just to make them a little bit more healthy. And I'm gonna just eat my greens, and I'm gonna use me some smoked turkey meat in my greens, and that's my meal. Hmm. My meat is in my greens. See, and I'm gonna eat on that for a couple of days. You know, yeah. I don't need none now. I don't need none now. Put me some kale in my mustard green. Mm. And get me some smoked turkey turkey wings and put in there. Mushrooms are good. Hey, Fugal Mom. Yeah, frozen vegetables are much better, and you would find them much cheaper than the canned good because the frozen are much of a fresher value than those canned. Those canned goods had a lot of sodium on them compared to those frozen uh, um, vegetables. And in the frozen vegetables, you can get stir fry vegetables in there. And you could in the stir fry, you could take chicken and make you a stir fry chicken. Um, they have stir fry for beef. You know, I like the frozen vegetables. For greens, um, I don't know which greens do you like, collard or mustard? Because both are good. Now, for your mustard, um, now this is something new that I'm doing with my mustard green is mixing them with kale. But you put your your meat on first, whatever meat you're gonna mix with your um, greens. Um, you put that on first and cook it first, and then now greens come in a bag. I'm not I'm not gonna buy those bags anymore. The reason being is because they have more stems in the bag than they do the greens. So I'd rather buy the fresh greens because you get more leaf than you do stem. You get more of a green than you do stem. But with those, you have to really wash and you have to purge them, which you would have to pour salt on top of them to bring the bugs, because it's bugs that hides in the fresh greens. So you would have to pour salt on top. Now the the greens in the bag, I do the same thing. I wash them, clean them the same way that I clean the fresh green. I do it the same way. I post once I get through washing them, I pour the salt on there and I soak them in that salt to see if bugs will come out of there. So you wash your greens real good to get the sand and the salt. You have to keep washing them. You have to. You're gonna see the salt, the sand at the bottom of your sink. So you have to keep washing them. And once you don't see that sand anymore at the bottom of your sink, clean your sink again. If you have a two compartment sink, take them out one side, put it on the other side, put them on the other side, clean that sink out, and then what you do, fill up the other side of the sink, wash them again to see if it's more sand in there. If it's no more sand, take that, get some salt and pour on top of your greens and wait and see if bugs come out of them greens. It will pull the bugs and the salt, the sand out of the greens. But you got to keep washing them to get that salt in them, get the sand and the bugs out of there. If you're dealing with the fresh greens and the bag, do both because I do both. I do both when I buy the bag and the fresh ones. And I use smoked meat in both the bag or the fresh. So, any more questions? That was a lesson on washing green. Voila. What to say, Jermaine? Great. Yeah, in like when you buy the bag. Yeah, in the bag have more stem than they have greens. So the last time, um, when I was home in Houston, I told my oldest son that I'm not buying. Stop buying these bags, because what they do is they chop the leaves off. You know, they have these big old leaves, and they chop so much of the leaf off that you have hardly no leaves, just stems. And so I'm not buying no more than bags. You know, a lot of people don't know how, but I learned. I learned. My grandparents taught me how. You know, And then I had a husband. My husband could cook. My husband could cook any woman clean under the table. Child, he wasn't no baker. Um, I don't know how he learned how to cook. Now the only thing he could cook was sweet potato pies. I don't know how he learned how to cook sweet potato pie, but that's the only thing that I knew he knew how to cook. When you're talking about baking, um, like he could bake a mess out of, and you talking about pretty orange. Oh my God. And you could taste the butter, the cinnamon, the nutmeg. You could taste whenever you bit into his pies, you can literally taste every ingredient in that pie. And I ended up, we had an in service one day at school. I ended up taking two pies to school. I never forget. I was at Douglas Elementary in Third Ward, Houston, and each one of us had to bring some for the in service because there was no children at the school, but we had to do this in service, and so everybody had to bring some because we knew we was gonna be there all day, so we had to. Everybody brought. It was like a potluck. So he made two sweet potato pies. And it was just before the holidays. And I bought them two pies. Them people had a ball. I packed pies from Thanksgiving to New Year's. And that man made money that year. I never forget. Because after that year, I ended up getting closer to home because I stayed Southwest Houston, and that was Southeast Houston. So he had like over 200-300 orders, and he had like we had to buy cases of sweet potato pies. I mean, sweet potatoes. I told him, look, we I ain't gonna be packing pies all year now. Look here, I'm just not gonna do that. Like, oh, I'm just ain't gonna. We just ain't gonna. I, he made good money that year. I think his pies was like $8. But they loved his pies. and, I, and I try to make my children tell me, "No, mama, you ain't got it like daddy." Mm-mm. Mm-mm. His dressing was like that too. Like he could make good cornbread dressing. Everything, everything. People got up at his funeral, and they all they talked about was how good of a barbecue and cook he was. But yeah, he could cook anybody under the he can this flat foot cook. He can cook. But I don't know how he learned how to cook them sweet potato pies. But one day I came because he was out. He'd be out from the newspaper company. He was off on Sundays and Mondays. So one day I had come home from work, and yeah, I guess he was up in that kitchen experimenting. Child, when I come up and down, I say, "Oh, this a sweet potato pie for sure." For sure, this is a sweet potato pie. And everybody had some, and everybody was like, "Yeah, this is a good sweet potato pie." Like, and my grandmama was still living, my mom's mom. And she came by there and she said, "Larry," because she thought she was a queen on sweet potato pies, but she couldn't beat him in making them sweet potato pies. So she said, "Larry, you made this?" He said, "Mm-hmm." He said, "Boy," she said, "Boy, you got something here." I said, "Yeah, he do." I, I don't know who he liked it the he liked it watching the cooking shows though. And they wasn't really that popular back then. So, I don't know which show he was looking at where he mastered sweet potato pies, but that's the only dish that he could make was sweet potato pies. But child, I tried to make one, make a couple. My children told me, say, "No, mama, you ain't got it. You ain't got it like daddy. You cut it out." And I'm like, "What?" I made it just like he made. No, you ain't got it. So I don't even, they told me no. So I don't even fool with it. I don't even dabble in that area. So don't. Not when it come down to sweet potato pie. No, I don't do that. They told me, "No, you ain't got it like her. You ain't got it like daddy." Mm-mm, mm-mm. Yeah, but you learn how to do that. But anything else, he can cook. Well, y'all, I done made it to 2 hours. Well, it ain't quite 2 hours, but um, I got 8 minutes, so I'm gonna talk for 8 more minutes. I'm gonna talk for 8 more minutes. 8 more minutes. Yeah, well, you ain't gonna be able to get one, child. Cause he in that big heaven in the sky. Hey, Lefty. Hey, Miss Wanda. How y'all doing? Lefty, this your first time here in my live stream. Hey, Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda, y'all make it back from Mississippi? How was your trip? If y'all ain't subscribed to Miss Wanda, go over there to her channel and subscribe to Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda got a nice channel. Y'all go over there and subscribe to Miss Wanda. It was good, Miss Wanda. Did y'all enjoy yourself, Miss Wanda? Yeah, Miss Wanda got a nice channel. Hey, Lefty. How you doing, Lefty? Jermaine, you know I enjoy you every time you come over here, Jermaine. Jermaine, you gonna have to you gonna have to come to the round table, Jermaine. Jermaine, you gonna have to come up on the round table. And you know I'm going over that Instagram to see you, Jermaine. You out tonight, Lefty? Lefty, you been working? I don't know what we're gonna talk about next week. Next week, Lefty, Jermaine, you got any ideas? Oh, you just eating. What you cook for dinner, Lefty? You eating salad too? It's a salad night for everybody. Lefty, what you having for dinner? Just in, not McDonald's. Not McDonald's. Oh, you got pizza. Oh, okay. Well, that'll be a good one, Jermaine. You know, I love to have you up here on the round table. Now, I don't know what our subject gonna be by next week. I got to think about it because Porter was supposed to be here last week. Information Man was supposed to come up last week, but Information Man came, but he was running late because of his job. But I don't know. Oh, you had noodles. Oh, okay. Well, Miss Wanda, you better take care of yourself, baby. That sugar ain't no joke. Well, I'm glad to see you and Lefty come into my live stream. And Lefty, I ain't no grandmama yet, honey. You gotta tag me, Figure Mom. What you tag me in, boo? What you tag me in, boo? You know it's hard for me to pay attention to them tags. Now, what you tag me in? You want a piece of Popeye's chicken? Now, uh, uh, Miss Wanda. Child, I'm doing good. I done lost 15 pounds. You over there talking about Popeye's chicken. I wish I could have me a piece too. Oh, in your last video. Oh Lord, I gotta go over there. I gotta go over there and look at it, child. The drum roll, the hula hoop. Which one? Which video I gotta go look at? The hula hoop, the hula hoop video. Figure mine. How figure mine? Oh Lord, which the upload? Which one you uploaded? It's not. It's not an upload. What's the name of the video? Girl, you know I'm slow. What's the name of the video? I can go over there and get the video and see which one you tag me in. Lord, cause I hope it. Oh Lord. My IG is private. Yeah, you know they got Jermaine, you know they got them crazy people on here. But don't worry. I Jermaine, I see you. Don't worry, I got you. Just send me a request. I know who you is. Okay. Send it to my IG, figure mine. Where you tag me at, so I can know which one. Thank you, baby. So I know which one. You gonna send it to my IG, Jermaine? You know I'm Purple Paisley-Lupus effect over there. Just send me a request. Is your picture the same on IG? So I know that's you, even if your name ain't the same. Okay, you sending it to my IG. Y'all know I'm slow as molasses. Okay, now few mom that went her silence talking. I mean read, Lord, read. Okay, she said yes, ma'am. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for thank y'all for coming to my live side. Oh Lord, silent stream, live stream. See y'all. Thank y'all for coming to my live, child. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all for dropping in and hanging out with me for 2 hours, running my mouth. Thank you, Jermaine. Thank y'all. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Y'all stay blessed and not stressed. And thank you to my replay watchers, my cloud people, my bush babes. Thank y'all all. And I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Y'all stay blessed and not stressed. And y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I love you. And it ain't nothing y'all could do about it. Bye for now.